by the time-restricted eating. We've talked about this a couple of times. Time-restricted eating is basically a modern name for this. Time-restricted eating, it's from the intermittent fasting, the 5-2 diet. A lot of people are familiar with that. Dr. Michael Mosley, in his book Fast Diet, he goes into the research showing why this is so effective.
Meet Barbara O'Neill, a renowned health educator. She believes the body was designed to heal itself and has shared valuable insights on how to allow the body to do what it was designed to do. In today's video, we are going to dive into Dr. O'Neill's perspectives on intermittent fasting, exploring its benefits, mechanisms, and practical applications for weight loss. Intermittent fasting has gained significant attention as an effective strategy for weight loss and overall health improvement. It involves alternating periods of eating and fasting, allowing the body to switch from a fed state to a fasting state. This pattern influences various metabolic processes, including insulin sensitivity, fat oxidation, and cellular repair mechanisms.
So I'd like to have a look at the different types of fasting. But first of all, what is fasting? Fasting basically in the dictionary says absence of food. Now, food is eaten to give nourishment to every cell in our body. So what happens when we don't fast?
Dr. O'Neill emphasizes that fasting is not merely about abstaining from food, but about giving the body time to heal and rejuvenate. But what actually happens when we fast? How does our body get the energy when we don't eat anything for hours? Let's see what Dr. Barbara has to say about this.
The body also stores glucose like little molecules, just like a little bunch of grapes really. Looks like a little bunch of grapes, but they're little molecules of glucose sitting in the muscle cell particularly, ready to be plucked when no food's coming in. And we also looked at the third place that the liver sends glucose when we eat is as the fat cells. And the fact is that we can go periods of time without eating because we've got these backups. We've got our glycogen stores already in our muscle cell. We've got our fat stores. So we can go periods without eating because there are stores in the background.
When we fast, our body shifts its energy sources. Normally, when we eat, our body processes food for immediate energy, breaking down carbohydrates into glucose, which fuels cells. However, during fasting, the body begins to rely on its internal reserves, specifically glycogen and fat stores, to produce energy. This shift can trigger a variety of metabolic processes, including fat burning and detoxification. So what actually happens when we fast?
You see, when they weren't eating, the body started plucking the glycogen stores and started eating up the fat stores. So fasting has been used for that, but fasting has also been used as a way of healing the body from certain diseases. You see, when you're not digesting and your brain's not going into intense brain function, the body basically says, wow, this is great. We've got a little bit of extra energy here. We can go to the areas of greatest need. And at our health retreat, our guests go through 2 days of fasting. And in those 2 days of fasting, we give them juices because juices bypass digestion. Well, basically, I think digestion takes about 10 minutes. And what happens when you're bypassing digestion? All that blood and energy goes to areas of greatest need. It can be likened to what happens when you're on holidays at home. When I'm on holidays at home, I go to the areas of greatest need. So every day I sweep the floor, I do the dishes, I make the bed, I wash the clothes, but there are little areas in the house that I look at and I think they can wait.
When we stop eating, the body begins to break down glycogen stored in the muscles and liver, turning it into glucose to fuel our cells. The presence of glucose allows the body to function without immediate food intake. Once glycogen stores are depleted, the body starts to burn fat, converting stored fat into energy. This process, known as ketosis, is particularly important for weight loss as it leads to a reduction in fat mass. Additionally, fasting triggers several other beneficial processes, such as autophagy. During fasting, cells engage in autophagy, where they clean up and remove damaged components, promoting cellular health and regeneration. Similarly, fasting increases the secretion of growth hormone, which helps in muscle preservation and fat burning. Furthermore, the liver plays a crucial role in detoxifying the body during fasting. Breaking down fat stores helps release fat-soluble toxins that accumulate over time. So, according to Dr. O'Neill, fasting does much more than simply reduce caloric intake. It engages the body's natural processes to burn fat and detoxify the system, making it an effective strategy for sustainable weight loss. Here's how intermittent fasting helps with weight loss. Number 1, detoxification.
Detoxification process. And your liver detoxifies you in 3 ways. So number 1 requirement is to stop eating. And when you stop eating, the fat stores start to get broken down to give the necessary glucose for your cells to run. But all through our life, when we're confronted with or take in by mouth, by skin, environmental poisons, they always go to the liver. The liver's the project manager. And sometimes these environmental poisons come to the liver and the liver says, this is a nasty, nasty guy. Wrap him up in fat and store him. So in our fat cells, we've got these environmental poisons stored up. And then the person comes to the health retreat and they stop eating, and the fat stores are getting broken down to give the glucose that our cells need to run on, and something else a little bit more sinister is being released. It's the fat-soluble toxins. And these fat-soluble toxins that have been building up in our fat cells all our life. And what the liver does, it must break that down to a water-soluble state. That's the only way that it can be released out of the body, is as a water-soluble state.
Detoxification is often linked to weight loss because it helps the body eliminate toxins that may interfere with metabolism, digestion, and overall energy levels. Intermittent fasting complements detoxification by giving the body extended periods to rest and repair, which can enhance the natural detox process and support more efficient fat burning for weight loss. Apart from detoxification, there is another weight loss factor associated with intermittent fasting. Number 2, hormone-sensitive lipase.
So what's hormone-sensitive lipase? Lipase is an enzyme that breaks down fat. And underneath the tongue, there's the lingual, sublingual glands release lingual lipase. That breaks down saturated fat. Our bile releases, our liver releases bile, it breaks down fat. And the pancreas releases pancreatic lipase, breaks down the polyunsaturated fats. So lipase is your fat splitting enzyme. So why does the human growth hormone release hormone-sensitive lipase? To release the fat stores.
Hormone-sensitive lipase plays a key role in breaking down stored fat into free fatty acids for energy. During intermittent fasting, insulin levels drop. This is important because insulin suppresses hormone-sensitive lipase, HSL. With lower insulin levels, HSL activity increases, allowing the body to more effectively mobilize and burn stored fat, contributing to weight loss. So, intermittent fasting enhances HSL activity by creating a hormonal environment that promotes fat breakdown. Number 3, improved metabolism.
The human growth hormone also stops the body from burning glucose as fuel and become a fat burner. We know why it becomes a fat burner, because remember what fat's going to do? It's going to give more than twice the units of energy compared to glucose. And we're running for our life. This is a crisis. The human growth hormone also increases the body's ability to utilize protein.
Intermittent fasting can increase metabolism by boosting levels of norepinephrine and human growth hormone, which enhance fat burning and energy expenditure. This metabolic boost helps the body burn more calories, making it easier to lose weight even without intense calorie restriction. Number 4, better food choices during eating windows.
High fibre, and all your plants are high in fibre. generous amounts of protein. I myself eat legumes every meal. For lunch yesterday, I think they were cannelloni beans, we had squash and carrots baked, we had a big salad, we had some dressings with that. Oh, and we had steamed broccoli. You see, that meal, everything had fibre, generous amounts of protein, and for dessert, we had some walnuts. So legumes and nuts. Be careful not to overdo the nuts. And seeds, oh, that's what I also had, pumpkin seeds. And then healthy fats. What are your healthy fats? Your healthy fats are the fats that have not been altered. The most dangerous fats are the heating of the polyunsaturated fats, the margarines, they're the altered fats. We need to be having oil in its raw state. The only oil that can bear heat is coconut oil because it has no empty spots for the heat and the light to be attracted into. It's a saturated fat. So your healthy fats are your nuts and your seeds and your coconut and your olive.
A high-fiber, high-protein, healthy fat diet during eating windows helps control hunger by promoting fullness and slowing digestion. It also stabilizes blood sugar levels, supporting better adherence to intermittent fasting and aiding weight loss. Now that we understand how intermittent fasting aids weight loss, let's explore how to get started.
So the fast can be 1 day, or the fast can be 2 days, or the fast can be the 18-hour fast done every 24 hours. That's a very easy way to do it.
To start intermittent fasting, pick a method like the 16-8 plan, fast for 16 hours, and eat during an 8-hour window, such as from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. During the fasting hours, avoid food but stay hydrated with water, herbal tea, or black coffee. So there we have it. Intermittent fasting isn't just about skipping meals. It's about working with your body's natural rhythms to promote healing, detoxification, and sustainable weight loss. By understanding how our metabolism, hormones, and energy sources shift during fasting, we can make smarter, healthier choices. So have you ever tried intermittent fasting? What benefits or challenges did you experience? Which fasting method do you think would work best for your lifestyle? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights on improving your health and well-being. Remember, you are what you eat, so nurture your health and make sure to take your daily dose of longevity seed for a vibrant life.